Hello everyone, welcome to our second session on Tableau. In the last session, I discussed about how we can install a Tableau interface. Now talking about Tableau, the kind of file on which we can work on Tableau, we can work on multiple files, we can connect Tableau with multiple data sources. Okay, so either it is Excel file or CSV file, JSON file, Microsoft Access file, any files we can work on. We can work on multiple data sources also when it comes to Tableau. So here already I have discussed in the last class that you can connect with multiple servers. Okay, you have 71 installed connectors and you have more than 30 additional connectors you have with through or through which you can connect with Tableau. Here, if you want to connect with CSV file, you just click on text file and then you can search for CSV file. If you have CSV file, you just click there and that get installed. You can connect with PDF, you can connect with Microsoft Access file. We'll focus more or less on Microsoft Excel here. Whenever you install Tableau, there is a workbook called Sample Superstore workbook that will be by default will be installed in your system. In case if you want to know the path of this workbook, what you can do, go to documents. Under documents, go to my Tableau repository. Under my Tableau repository, go to data sources. Under data source, go to the year, like whatever the versions of Tableau you have installed, go to that year. Okay, and then if you go inside, you will find Sample Superstore workbook. Okay, this is the workbook which by default will be installed, and whatever the learning I will give you uh, on data visualization, everything will be based on this workbook only, Sample Superstore workbook. This workbook primarily have three worksheet: order, people, and return. Whatever the content is there in people and return is not that relevant. What is there in order is relevant for us. If you see this workbook, this workbook have 21 columns. Okay, you can see count 21. And when it comes to row, this workbook have 10,194 rows. Okay, now when I have opened Tableau, okay, and I just went to file. Okay, I have went to the data source. When I went to the data source, I use this connectors, okay, which you can find even with below dashboard. And here I connected with Excel, a Sample Superstore workbook. In case if you don't know, just go to a document, my Tableau repository. Under that data source, under that the year for which you have installed, and there you will find the Sample Superstore workbook file. Now, once you have installed that file, okay, then under the data source, when you will come, the worksheet, what is relevant for you for the application, drag that worksheet under the karma area. This is our karma area. And if you see inside this, you can see it have 21 fields here column. Okay, so okay, so it have 21 columns and 10,194 rows. The same thing what you got there. And the next thing what you will notice that at the top of every column, you will see some symbols like this. These symbols are called data types. Okay, so this is like hash is the numerical data type, ABC is the string data type, this is date data type, order date, ship date. These are the date data type. Ship mode is a string, customer ID you can see. So these are the data types. Okay, country is a geographical data type. You can see country, region, city, state or province, postal code. These are geographical data type. ABC is a string data type, product ID. You can see this. So for every what Tableau basically do, because Tableau is not a data visualization tool. It's much more bigger than a data visualization. It basically help us in business intelligence. So when we see Tableau, it has differentiated every columns based on the kind of data types what they have. And if you see every columns here, just before that column, you can see the data type. ABC means string. This city, this kind is a geographical data type. Okay, you can just click here, you will see their data type, what they belong. So all the numerical data types are called as measures. You can see discount, profit, quantity, sales. These columns are called as measures. And these columns are called measures and they are continuous data type. So the kind of data type what they are continuous. If you drag that under column or row, you will find a aggregate value, either sum or count or maxima, minima, anything you can find. Okay, you can find any of these aggregate. By default, sum will come because the continuous data type. While if you drag any kind of uh, non-numerical data type, you can see these are reflected with blue color. They are discrete data type and we call them as a dimension. So apart from the numerical data types are called as measures, while non-numerical data types, what you can see here, either it's string or geographical or date, time. Okay, these all are called Boolean. These all are called as dimension. Okay, so when you see the data types here, so you can divide them as a measures or dimensions. All the measures are basically continuous in nature, while all the dimensions are basically non-continuous or discrete in nature. So I hope this part is clear with all of you. Okay, so basically, like if you take the way how Tableau works on business intelligence, suppose if I took region, which is a discrete data type, region is a string, and if I take a dimension, and if I take one measure like sales, okay, you'll get a columnar representation. While if you instead of region, if you take date and sales, date and measure, you will get a line chart. Okay, instead of this, if you take two measures, okay, you will get a scatter plot. So this is how the Tableau works. So you can even manipulate the kind of representation. You say, I don't want this columnar, I want bar chart or I want lie chart. Whatever you say, Tableau can do. But beyond that, Tableau can even take the decision by itself. Okay, that is what the Tableau is known for that. Okay, you can, that is what Tableau is all about. It's more or less, it's a business intelligence tool. And whatever work we do, we can save it at .twbx format. Okay, these are already I have covered in the last class. So talking about this workbook, this workbook, that is what the objective of this class. If you see this workbook, you have the data like row ID, order ID. These are basically sales data done into country. Where here, like if I put filter done into country US and Canada, this data is for US and Canada, where all the cities of US, Canada are covered here. Regions are also based on that. Probably you have four types of region: east, west, north, south. And you can take some time. I'll request you that you open this workbook, Sample Superstore workbook, go through the kind of categories, three kinds of categories, 17 kinds of subcategories it have. Okay, just go through that, okay, to understand the kind of data type you are working on. And then it have four measures like sales, quantity, discount, and profit. Okay, and then apart from that, you have four measures, and 21 minus 4 is 17. 17 plus 4 is 21, 17 dimensions. So those dimensions, whatever those dimensions are there, you can see that. So whenever we integrate the Tableau with the Excel workbook, your integration is live. Okay, if you make any changes in the data, the same changes will happen in the visual what you are trying to create here. So when we work on Tableau, Tableau is more or less, it's an advanced form of pivot table. So in order to work on pivot table, first thing what we do, we create the table, and then what we do, we go to insert, and then we'll say that I want to create pivot table and pivot chart of on this data. So whatever the pivot table you can create on your Excel workbook based on this worksheet called Tableau, the same thing Tableau can do in much more easier and much more faster way. The example of that already I have shown in the previous class, and the same thing will continue in this class also. So this much from this video. Will continue in next class, where in next class I'll start with the column chart. Thank you everyone. I'll see you all in next video. Take care. Bye everyone.